This is one of the most famous faces in the world. Stern, silent, and stoic. We think this painting is a simple portrait of a farmer and his wife, but that's not entirely true. This is not a simple portrait, and every detail from the stitching on his overalls to the look in her eyes is a deliberate clue. By the end of this video, you will look at American Gothic in new light. Let's start with the place that sparked it all. Our story begins with a house. In 1930, an artist named Grant Wood was visiting the small town of Eldon in Iowa for inspiration. And then he saw it. This small, unassuming white house with what he called a pretentious detail. A single grand Gothic window. The kind of window you'd expect on a European cathedral, not a humble American farmhouse. Wood said the contrast was a structural absurdity. And in that absurdity, he had a vision. He wanted to paint the house, along with the kind of people I fancy should live in that house. So, who are these people he fancied? This is Nen, Wood's 31-year-old sister. But Nen was hesitant. She was a modern woman and was embarrassed about being portrayed as this grim, severe, older farmer's wife. Wood had to coax her into it. Nen insisted on wearing her mother's cameo pin to add a touch of femininity. And if you look closely, she has a single rebellious strand of hair escaping her tight bun. Perhaps a tiny hint of the real Nen dreaming of a life beyond this rigid frame? And the stern, intimidating man holding the pitchfork? That's not a farmer. This is Dr. Byron McKeeby, Wood's 62-year-old dentist. Together, they create a rigid, archaic image of a conservative, hardworking America. To understand the style, you have to know that Wood was deeply influenced by the 15th century Flemish Renaissance art, which he had studied on his travels in Europe. He took the highly detailed, polished style and the rigid frontality of those old masters, but turned those lessons towards the American landscape he knew. This blend of styles make the painting both real and symbolic. The most famous symbol is the pitchfork representing hard labor of rural life. But look closer. Wood brilliantly echoes the three tines in the stitching of the man's overalls, and again, in the lines of his shirt, a visual rhyme that reinforces a sense of rigid order. Despite confronting us so directly, the characters remain difficult to read. The gazes tell two different stories. He confronts us head-on. He's the guardian, defensive, and unyielding. His world is fixed. She looks away at something we can't see outside the frame. Is it regret, resentment, or a dream? This ambiguity is the painting's emotional core and the key to its attraction. Even the background is telling a story. The hardy plants, a mother's-in-law tongue, and a beefsteak begonia were common, resilient household plants of the era. The porch is spotless. The curtains are drawn tight. This isn't just a house. It's a fortress of order and cleanliness against the chaos of the Great Depression. Every single element works together to build a portrait, not of two people, but of an American mindset. Proud, defensive, hard-working, and deeply traditional. Placing this stoic couple in front of this house, he locks them together, suggesting their identities are inseparable from the land they occupy. When Wood first submitted his masterpiece to a competition at the Art Institute of Chicago, it was almost dead on arrival. The judges dismissed it. One famously mocked it as a comic Valentine. A powerful patron had to step in and persuade them to look again. It won a $300 prize, and the museum acquired it. But the public was divided. Some Iowans were furious, feeling that it portrayed them as pinched, grim-faced, puritanical Bible thumpers. Others saw it as a celebration of the American resilience. Wood, a loyal Iowan, insisted it wasn't a caricature. He said he aimed to create a positive statement about rural American values, an image of reassurance for survivors of the Great Depression. But what sealed American Gothic as a true icon wasn't the prize money or the controversy. It was this. It became a canvas for the American culture. From the Muppets to the Simpsons, political cartoons to internet memes, American Gothic has been endlessly reinterpreted. To be parodied, this much means you haven't just created a painting. You have created a piece of cultural DNA. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Check out the description for more exclusive content. See you in our next video.